is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear about focus? What is that first thing that comes to your mind? Well, that thing that comes to your mind is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. And I want to ask you a very important question. Is your focus on you? Are you focusing on yourself or other things? Because we live in a world right now that people focus on different things. You can maybe be focusing on other people, maybe your friends, maybe your relationship, maybe your even pets, right? Maybe anything that comes to mind right now. Your focus might be that thing. Some of you that are students, maybe your focus right now is your books. You want to study and pass the exams, right? But right now, what we're going to be talking about is people who want the focus to be on them in the nearest future. And when I mean the focus to be on them, I'm not talking about just doing some random things and you going viral. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being a very important person in your community and in your society. So hi guys, my name is Mary Jane and I want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. So like I said, we are going to be talking about focus today. All right. And if you think the focus is not on you, then this video is a right video for you to watch. And I assure you that if you watch this video to the very end, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. So without beating around the bush, let me go into the steps. If you want the focus to start to be on you, you need to actively choose you. Yes, that is the first step to focusing on yourself. You need to actively choose you. Show me a person who choose themselves, right? And I will show you a person who is focused on them. You can tell me, MJ, I am focused on myself, but no, you are not. If I see just what you are doing, by your actions only, I will tell whether you are focused on yourself or you're focused on other things. The moment that I decided to start focusing on myself, there are a lot of things that I did, and there are a lot of people that I lost from my life, or that I lost from my life. Okay, so you need to actively choose you in every step of the way. It has to be you. You need to be selfish. Let nobody tell you that it's not good to be selfish. My darling, it is good to be selfish. Most of the times we live in a very, very self-centered world right now, and a very selfish world right now. And if you want to focus on you, then you need to be selfish. Do you understand me? Now, once you actively choose you, then you remove every distractions from your life. Remove any distraction from your life. You know, a lot of people, especially nowadays, when in the social media age that we are right now, you will see how a lot of people are, if they are not doing anything, the only thing that they're doing is they're on their phone 247. That is number one distraction. Number two, if they're on their phone, they're either watching television, or probably they are going out with friends, they're hanging out, and so many other things. And that makes them not to even sit down to even reflect on their lives or on their self. So if you want to start focusing on yourself today, you need to remove every distraction from your life. And darling, you know exactly what that distraction is in your life. It can even be a relationship with that guy or with that girl. There might be a distraction. You need to remove it. If it's your phone, my darling, you have to know how to limit your phone usage in a day. When was the last time you put do not disturb on your phone? When was the last time? When was the last time you switch off your phone and just drop it in the drawer and say, you know what, phone is not me and you today? When was the last time you decide to just be on your own, no distraction, just sit down and just think, have a sweet thinking thought? When was the last time? Well, if you answer this question, then definitely you understand what I'm trying to say. So if you want to start focusing on yourself, then yes, you must remove distractions from your life. And like I said, you know those distractions. I don't need to tell you. When I was battling with focusing on myself, right? And I decided to list those distractions that I have in my life. right? I sat down and I said, what are those things that are distracting me? And one of those things are my phone. I'm not going to lie, right? One of those things are my phone. And other things are maybe watching TV and doing things that I'm not supposed to be doing. I immediately stop doing those things. My phone in the daytime when I'm supposed to be busy, I put it on do not disturb, or I switch it off completely. Because I know that in my head, I'm like, if I switch off my phone, then it's going to be like very, very difficult for me to go and pick it and start using it. Because in my mind, okay, I need to go and pick it and I need to go and start restarting the phone and, and all those things. I've seen it like stress. So when I switch it off, I know that there's no need to go and take it, right? So I switch it off most of the time, right? And for TV, I don't even go to the TV room except in already in the night when about to, we have to take dinner and the rest, so we're watching TV and eating at the same time, right? And those are one of those things that I know that, what, I need to take out from my life in order for me to focus on myself. And also there were friends that were not allowing me focus on myself. A lot of them, I lost a lot of them because I said, okay, this one out, delete, this one out, delete, this one delete. That's how I deleted a lot of people's contact from my phone because I wanted to focus on myself. Those people are one of the source of distractions in my life, and I decided to delete them, and that was it. So you need to remove distractions from your life, and once you do that, then you have to set clear boundaries. You need to set clear boundaries if you want to focus on yourself. Once you remove distraction from your life, right, the main thing is the next thing is to set clear boundaries. Because let me tell you something. Once you remove distractions from my life, those things that you remove, one way or the other, would want to come and haunt you, right? Especially when you're someone that cannot do without your phone, right? Or you're someone that cannot do without watching TV, or without that friend, or without that relationship. They will come back, my darling, maybe after a week, sometimes even 3 days. They said 70% of people, 80% of people go back to be the same people that they used to be in the first week of January after setting New Year's resolution. I don't know if you've heard that, right? So you can stand up now and say, okay, I'm not going to do this right now. I'm going to set boundaries with my phone. I'm going to set boundaries with that person, with those people. But let me tell you something. If you do not set clear boundaries, and if you're not someone that stands by your boundaries, you will go back to it. I am telling you this now for a fact, because it has happened to me. It has happened to me. Anytime I set boundaries about maybe a particular thing, that thing comes back to haunt me. And because I set clear boundaries, when I remove those distractions, I decided to say, like for example, for my phone, right? If I say I'm not going to use my phone throughout the day, right? Maybe till 5 o'clock in the evening, I'll pick my phone and start using it, right? Maybe around 3 or around 4, that distraction, that urge for me to go and pick my phone and start using it is there, especially when I don't have anything to do, right? I tell myself, you know what? You told yourself till 5 p.m. and we have to wait till 5 p.m. And I'll have to remind myself, we need to wait. You don't forget about what you told yourself. So you need to follow through. And guess what? That is one of the things that keep me grounded. So you need to set clear boundaries. If you know that you're going to forget easily, write it down somewhere. Journal it down somewhere. Okay? This is how to be focused on yourself. Because if you do not do this, trust me, you will easily sway. All right? So the next thing is you have to practice self-compassion. Show me a person who practices self-compassion, and I will show you a person who focuses on their self. You will not tell me that you practice self-compassion and you are calling yourself dumb, stupid, ugly. You're seeing yourself like a third party, or you're seeing yourself as someone that doesn't worth something. If you focus on yourself, you will be so confident in yourself. You will love yourself. You will say all the only nice things to yourself. Anytime I wake up in the mirror, like I wake up in the morning and I look at myself, because the first place I go to when I wake up in the morning, Because the first thing I do is to brush my teeth. I look at myself in the mirror. And when I look at myself in the mirror, the first thing I say is, oh my God, MJ, you are beautiful. You are amazing. God has given you this day and you're going to conquer it. You are smart. You are intelligent. Yes. So you need to practice self-compassion. You need to know how to love yourself, and love yourself unapologetically. Love yourself loudly. You're not being selfish, and you're not being selfish. If you love yourself loudly, for everyone to hear, for people to see it, you're not being selfish, my darling. So you love yourself loudly, unapologetically. Hug yourself. If there's nobody to hug you, hug yourself. Give yourself that hug. I'm telling you, this is one of the things that make you to focus on yourself. And when you do that, you see that people out there see it, and most people emulate it. Because you don't see it, you don't easily see it out there that people really, really love themselves. The most people you see out there is people that are low self-esteem people that have so much low self-esteem. But when you love yourself, you appreciate yourself, other people that look up to you will see it and start doing that. All right? So the next thing, when you do that, you have enough sleep. Listen, I don't understand. Somebody is sleeping, especially when you're not working. Even when you're working, why would you be awake by 2 a.m. in the morning? I don't get it. Make it make sense. Why will you be awake by 2 a.m. in the morning, 1 a.m. in the morning, even 12 a.m. in the morning, if you're not at work? I understand that some people work shifts, and even working shifts, if you're in Nigeria, you close highest by 11 p.m. in the night. Most people, you will see them, they're on their phone, pressing their phone to 3, 4 before they go to sleep, and when they wake up in the morning, they're feeling moody, they are sad, their day is already fucked up before they even start their day. You want to focus on yourself? Then please, you need to start having enough sleep. The average sleep in a day is 8 hours. Do not forget that. Never forget that. So have enough sleep. Now once you do that, then you start journaling. You know, a lot of people underestimate the power of a pen and a paper. A lot of people underestimate that. Do you know what? On days that you feel good, it's good for you to write down what you're grateful for. Like, it's very good. Do you know why? Do you know why that helps? It's because on the days that you don't even feel good, even on those days you need to write. But trust me, on the days that you don't feel good, you revisit your journal, and when you see all those your grateful write-ups, your grateful journal, you immediately start being grateful, because now you remember that there are days that it has been going well and it has been good. That is why you journal. So if you want to start focusing on yourself, then my darling, you need to start journaling. And sometimes when those ideas come to your head, you know, we human beings, we tend to forget things very easily. Like, my best ideas come to me when I'm in the shower, right? When I'm taking the shower. And whenever it comes to me like this, and you know, in the shower, you can't take your journal inside the shower because the water is going to splash on it. So immediately I finish my shower, I rush to my journal, to where I write shit down, to where I write things down. I rush to it and start writing, because I know that I'm going to forget. I know that it has happened to me a lot of times that I tell myself, okay, I remember something and I did not write it down. I told myself, you know what, I'm going to remember. Don't worry, I'm going to remember. Right? Then, guess what? Give me like 30 minutes, 1 hour, I've forgotten that thing. I will try my possible best to remember that thing. It doesn't come back again. It has gone. And sometimes as it has gone forever. Sometimes it comes back, but most times it has gone and it has gone forever. So if that idea comes to your head, you write it down. If that thought comes to your head, immediately write it down. All right? This is a way to show that you focus on yourself. If you want to tell me that you focus on yourself, or show me that you focus on yourself, then you need to turn off that notification. That phone notification, you need to turn it off. Because baby, I know that right now we in the social media world, we are quick to go into our phones, especially when that notification pops up, right? I know I talked about phone when I was talking about removing distraction from your life, but I didn't go deeper. With this point, I want to go deeper into it because turning off that notification from your phone will help you to focus on yourself. And I'm going to tell you something. Among all my social media handles, right, it's only Instagram that takes up my time. I can spend like 2 hours, 3 hours on Instagram without even flinching. Like I'll be on Instagram, I'll keep scrolling, and before you know, 1 hour has passed, 2 hours has passed. I'll be telling myself, okay, you need to drop this phone. Alright, you need to drop it phone, and guess what? I don't drop it, I keep scrolling. And one day I decided to say, you know what? Okay, Instagram, you need to go. I have 3 Instagram accounts. One for my personal account, the second one for my foundation, the third one for my business. Guess what I did? I deactivated the 3 Instagram accounts because I know if I leave one on, I will still be tempted to go on it, right? So I decided to I deactivated it because I wanted to focus on myself. I wanted to focus on my goals, right? And you know that app that keeps you locked on your phone like this 24/7, you know. So if you want to start focusing on yourself, it's either you deactivate that account or delete that account. Because I know that you will say, okay, it doesn't take much of your time, or you can't do without it, or you can do without it. If I can do without my Instagram account for the past how many months now, 2 to 3 months now, then you can do without that thing. You avoid comparison. You know, a lot of us, while we are feeling even sad and moody and feeling left out, because we compare ourselves to other people. We love to compare ourselves. My darling, if you do not know, you are unique. Everyone that God has created on earth has been created with his own unique abilities. And trust me, until the day that you decide to sit down and ask yourself, you know, what is that thing that I'm created to do, and I'm meant to do? What is my purpose? And once you find your purpose, that is when you start living a fulfilling life. That is when you start being happy. But if you are always the person that is always in the shadow of other people, like because you see this person is doing this thing, you say, okay, you think that, okay, if you do it, probably it's going to help you too, or it's going to start giving you money too or something, and you go into that thing and you see that something is not what you're meant to do, you get frustrated and get angry and start thinking as if you are not meant to be in the world. You start having suicidal thoughts. It's because you're not meant to do that thing. And trust me when I tell you that most of the times what we are meant to do, we have to just search within ourselves. What is that thing that you know you're good at doing? And once you find that thing, you stop comparing yourself with other people, because that person that you're comparing yourself with is even comparing themselves with you. You don't know. And that person find that what they're happy doing, what they love to do, and that is why you are comparing yourself to them. So you need to stop and start, appreciating God for creating you, and for creating you with your own abilities, and also focus on asking God to tell you what is your purpose in life. What did he bring you on earth to do? And once you find that thing, trust me, you will stand out. Because you are meant to stand out and not to fit in. Do you understand me? You are meant to stand out and not to fit in. Okay? So the next thing is you have to set goals. If you show me a person that focuses on themselves, and I will show you a person who sets goals, and guess what? Achieve them. You need to set goals. Like I said, everybody sets goals at the beginning of the year, like in January, but only 10% see through that goal for the rest of the year. Most of the people, once they see that, okay, they try maybe before 20th of January, or before January is ended, everybody has crawled back to a shell. Only few try to pursue that goal. Determination, focus, consistency. These are the three things that you need to know if you want to achieve your goal in life. You need to be focused, you need to be determined, and you need to be consistent. Do not ever think that without focus and without setting goal, you can be able to achieve whatever you want in life. It's not possible. All right? You need to exercise. Lots of people underestimate the power of exercise. The power of exercise is something that will not just make you look good, but you will feel good and you will love yourself when you come in front of the mirror. And when you feel good, guess what? You will be confident and people out there will see you and they will love you, and you will be like a role model to people. So you need to get exercise. If you are someone that do not exercise today, that means you do not focus on yourself. And a lot of people think as if exercise is only meant for fat people. No, you don't need to be a fat person to be exercising. Exercise is meant for everybody, whether you are fit or unfit. Because exercise releases happy hormones to you. And that happy hormones go as far as keeping you in a happy mood for the rest of the day. If you don't know that, know it today. Know this right now. Exercise keeps you happy for the rest of the day. For that 12 hours in a day, it keeps you happy. So the first thing that you're supposed to be doing in the morning, you need to set goal to start exercising if you don't. Alright, so I hope that you will set that goal to start exercising today. If you don't, because you want to glow, you want to be in good shape, and you want to be in a good frame of mind, then you must exercise. Alright, so at this point I want to stop in this video, and I want to say thank you so much if you have watched this video to this very point, and I hope that this video really makes you see reason why you must focus on yourself. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video.